Quick disclaimer, information in this podcast is for general informational purposes only and is not intended to be treated as medical advice. Always consult with your healthcare team before making changes to your diet, lifestyle, supplementation, or medication.
If you're at your grandkid's birthday or another celebration, eat a slice of cake and thoroughly enjoy it. When it comes to your eating plan, consistency is more important than perfection. You need to enjoy life too.
Welcome to Type 2 Diabetes Talk, the place where we chat about what really works to treat type 2 diabetes and prediabetes naturally with nutrition and lifestyle. If you're looking to optimize blood sugar and A1C, lose weight, reduce medications, and improve your overall health, this is the place to be. Now, here's your host, Type 2 Diabetes Nutrition Specialist, Dr. Jeddah.
Dr. Jeddah here, and welcome to episode 29. And to help us kickstart today's topic, we're going directly to a voice message from Lillary.
While I have quite a bit of information on type 2 diabetes, and I've joined the lifestyle clinic and have a fairly good idea on what is required to manage diabetes type 2, my greatest problem is sustainability. Sometimes I am quite good with it. Other times, because I may be engaged in some activities or might have gone out or for some other reason, I don't seem able to keep up with a plan for a very long duration. It seems as though I have to start over and over again. So I think sustainability is a subject that requires some attention.
Thanks for this, Lillary. Sustainability can be a challenge for lots of people, and it's something that we talk about quite a lot throughout many of the episodes of Type 2 Diabetes Talk, and that's because sustainability in your eating plan is so important. So first, we're going to cover 6 key things to consider. Then we're going to cover why we might keep getting pulled off track from our healthy routines and why diet sustainability is so important. So let's dive right in first, and here's 6 key things to consider. Firstly, stop dieting. Let's face it, there are so many diets out there and we've all been caught up on thinking they'll work. But we know that most of the time, diets don't work, and being stuck in the diet mentality can keep you stuck in a yo-yo dieting cycle. Instead, think of it this way. Your diet is the way you eat on a daily basis. Your diet is basically just an eating plan that helps you eat to treat diabetes. And your diet needs to feel natural and sustainable to you. And that brings me to the second point. You need to have a baseline diet that you know works to support you to achieve and maintain your goals, such as healthy blood sugar, optimal weight, and reduce medications. So you might be thinking you know what to eat, but has it really helped you to achieve your optimal goals? And if the answer is no, or not really, then it's not the right baseline diet. So firstly, you do need to give yourself around 16 weeks to follow an eating plan that's proven to work to achieve results, such as my clinically proven T2 diet program. The program helps you clearly understand what to eat, what to avoid and minimize. But the T2 diet is not a regime. It's not strict, and there's lots of flexibility provided. The T2 diet gives you guidelines that help you discover an eating plan that feels natural and sustainable to you. And once you find that and you see the incredible results that you get, you'll know you've got the right baseline diet for you, and there'll be no looking back. You'll be able to default to this way of eating naturally, no matter what happens. It becomes a lifestyle, not just another diet. So here's the next point. Consistency is more important than perfection. Are you going to be perfect all the time? No. Is there room for cheats and leniencies? Absolutely yes. That's why we have a baseline diet, an eating plan that's the foundation for how we eat on an everyday basis. But if you're going to your grandkid's birthday party, enjoy a slice of cake. If you're going out to dinner with friends, you might choose wisely overall, but enjoy a bit of something so you don't feel like the odd one out. If you're on holiday, you might be a bit more lax than usual. All of this is okay. It's completely normal. So here's the thing. Consistency is more important than perfection. Just keep your baseline diet, your foundation, at the top of mind. Go to the party and enjoy the cake, but come back home and enjoy your baseline. Revel in your baseline because you know your baseline, your foundation is what keeps you feeling your best. So the next point is be kind to yourself. If you go off track, eat cake at a party, indulge a bit too much at dinner, or get a bit too relaxed on holiday, that's all okay. Don't beat yourself up over it. Don't feel guilty. Don't let it send you on a binge or downward spiral. We need to get rid of thinking, I'm good when I do this, but bad when I do something else. Remember, consistency is more important than perfection. All of this is okay. It's completely normal. It's also okay to take one step forward and 2 steps back. Take positive steps forward each day, even if some days, they might seem small, but be kind to yourself. Just get back to your baseline diet, your foundation, as soon as you can. And when we feel healthier, we feel better physically, mentally, and emotionally. So always remember to put you and your health as a priority. The next thing is don't flip. I've seen people doing tremendously well on the T2 diet program. Then they get bad advice from another health professional or see a shiny object out there on the Wild West Web. Then they're off on a tangent, trying some other diet, and it leads them down the rabbit hole on another spiral that doesn't work. That often leaves them back where they started. And this can be really frustrating. So going back to point number 2, you need to have a baseline diet that you know works to support you to achieve and maintain your goals, such as healthy blood sugar, optimal weight, and reduced medications. You need to commit yourself for initial 16 weeks to a proven program because you also want to get your health at a good baseline, right? Now, there aren't many scientifically proven, clinically effective programs. And my T2 diet program is one that's been through a rigorous randomized control trial, which is gold standard research for proving effectiveness, and people see lower A1C, weight, and medications. It's proven to work. So take a program like this and stick to it as a lifestyle. Don't flip-flop around trying the next best thing. And the thing is, because people find what's natural and sustainable for them in the T2 diet program, they don't feel like they're on a diet anyway. It becomes a sustainable lifestyle that you can maintain long term, and that's really important. Finally, get support. One of the greatest advantages we have now is access to the internet, which means you can have support at your fingertips whenever you need it. But like we explored in episode 2, there's a lot of misinformation and simply bad information out there on the Wild West Web. So again, you need to find a reliable and trusted source that provides proven support. Okay, yes, I'm talking about the T2 diet program a lot today, but the thing is, I know it works. I developed the program based on the foundations of helping our members achieve results over a decade. I took the program through a randomized control trial. I know it works, and I don't want you out there on the Wild West Web scrambling to find something that doesn't work. So over at DMP, we have a range of incredible support options, programs, and services that can support you. So if you want to check out our programs and services, head to type2diabetestalk.com/programs.
Get proven, practical support to lower blood sugar, weight, and medication. Check out Dr. Jetta's programs and services at type2diabetestalk.com/programs.
At the beginning, Lillery said the challenges that keep pulling her back from the routine were things like going out and outside influences. Without a doubt, we're always faced by these challenges. All of us have social influences, environmental influences, shiny objects that come our way like new diets. We might see news headlines. There really are so many things that can lead us astray, right? But when we drill down, what is it that is pulling us back from our routines? It really comes down to mindset. Back in episode 5, Dr. Doug J. Moore shared key strategies for recognizing patterns in our habits and routines, and more importantly, ways we can shift into thriving mode, where we feel we're on a pathway of growth and positive outcomes. So I'd highly recommend anyone struggling with diet sustainability, start with the mindset stuff. Go back and listen to episode 5. Essentially, if we keep ending up off the road, it could be a habit and pattern. Dr. Moore spoke about how we tend to repeat the same thing over and over again just because it's part of our habit, it's ingrained. And for Lillery, it sounds like the pattern of going well for a while, then ending up off the road is a habit and pattern. One of the things that may be pulling you back could be negative self-talk or lack of self-compassion. When we beat ourselves up or engage in harsh self-criticism, which can happen when we go off track, this can lead to further demotivation and even abandonment of our health goals. So perhaps you need to work on your inner dialogue so it becomes more supportive for you. Maybe when you're on track, you're pushing yourself too far, too hard, setting unrealistic goals that could be leading to overwhelm and failure. Dr. Moore spoke about how we need to engage in self-compassion and learn to be present in the moment so we can become more aware and conscious of these habits and patterns. And one of the things that Dr. Moore spoke about was to learn from reflection by using a journaling exercise where you divide a piece of paper into 2 columns. In one column, you journal what happened, and in the other column, you journal what the lesson is. And as we begin to use this reflection process, it helps us understand our experiences, learn from them, and adjust our approach to a more adaptable and sustainable mindset. And that in turn leads to a change in our actions. Then our actions also follow, so we begin to find we're following our diet effortlessly most of the time, because remember, consistency is more important than perfection. We do know diet sustainability is crucial for several reasons. By focusing on diet sustainability, you will have better long-term health outcomes. The whole purpose of a sustainable diet is it's designed to be followed over the long term, which is essential for any of us to be healthy, but particularly important when managing a health condition. Diet sustainability will help you in achieving and sustaining lower blood sugar levels, A1C improvements, weight loss, and a reduction in medication requirements. A sustainable diet ensures the benefits you achieve continue over time, rather than offering a temporary fix only to find yourself back at square one again. Diet sustainability is all about having guidelines that are realistic and flexible enough to fit into your lifestyle and preferences. It's just not going to work if it's too weird or too difficult. You're not going to adhere to that diet very long and you'll find yourself back at square one. That said, you do need that baseline diet that provides the best foundation for managing your diabetes. Of course, you just can't go out willy-nilly and eat whatever you want. A sustainable diet promotes a healthier relationship with food, avoiding extreme restrictions that can lead to feelings of deprivation or guilt associated with cheat meals or diet failures. And this positive relationship with food can improve our mental health and well-being, and it makes our lives more enjoyable and less stressful. Essentially, diet sustainability is not just about the immediate benefits, but also about ensuring that dietary changes are beneficial enjoyable, and health promoting in the long run. So, for Lillary and anyone else out there struggling with sustainability of your eating plan, the key tips are: number 1, stop dieting. Your diet is simply the way you eat on a daily basis. Your diet is an eating plan that helps you to eat to treat diabetes. Number 2 is have a baseline diet that you know works to support you to achieve and maintain your goals, such as healthy blood sugar, optimal weight, and reduce medications, because once you have that foundation that feels natural and sustainable for you and works to get results, well, you can just know that consistency is more important than perfection, which is point number 3. Then, point number 4, be kind to yourself. Stop thinking, I'm good when I do one thing, but bad when I do something else. Remember, consistency is more important than perfection. Just get back to your baseline diet and your foundation as soon as you can, and be kind to yourself in those occasions when you might think you're going off track. The other thing is, don't flip, don't chase shiny objects out there, the next best diet or the bad advice you might receive from somewhere else. Just keep to your baseline foundation and keep taking those positive steps forward each day. That is the key to success. You do need to focus, or in other words, follow one course until successful. Focus. Finally, get support, but please seek out the right support that's positive and encouraging and helps you to achieve optimal diabetes health. And of course, the mindset stuff is really important, so I'll just add one more thing. You are worth it, and it is worth committing to yourself, putting your health as a priority. Dr. Doug J. Moore also stressed the importance of self-worth and self-priority back in episode 5. To emphasize, the mindset stuff is really so important to the outcomes we experience. So please go and listen to episode 5, because Dr. Moore shared some very practical strategies for overcoming hurdles. Sometimes it does take us one step forward and 2 steps back, or a detour down a canyon before we find the right path. That's all okay. It's normal. Just be kind to yourself, and no matter where you are right now, take one positive step forward. One positive step after the other. And before long, all of those steps add up to meaningful things and big results. Importantly, stop feeling guilty when you get off track with your diet and move forward with a completely new way of thinking and doing. Put the 6 key tips we've covered today into action in your own life, work on your mindset, and it will make a difference. And remember, it is worth committing to yourself, and you will thank yourself for it too. In the next episode, we're covering a very important topic: diabetes complications, and answering the question, how do diabetes complications develop? Until then, have a great week. Dr. Jeddah, over and out.
Thanks for tuning in to Type 2 Diabetes Talk. Please subscribe to the show on your favorite podcast platform. And for episode replays, episode notes, and more, visit type2diabetestalk.com. New episodes are available Tuesdays, 10 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time, or your time zone equivalent. Thanks again. We're truly grateful to be a part of your life and help make a real difference.